Hello everyone, my name is Arthur and this is Elven Tower's mascot, Skippy.
If I see adventurers, I hide.
Not yet, Skippy. We haven't even finished the intro.
It seems I won initiative.
You sure did. Today's topic is beliefs and instincts. These are core aspects of games like Mouseguard, Torchbearer, and Burning Wheel, and I have played all three. I will explain in this video why these concepts make the games better and how we can apply these same rules for other TTRPGs. Role-playing games are a beautiful hobby and a great way to spend time with family and loved ones. However, the character sheets, the dice, and the rules are not the only things that you need to play a session of TTRPGs. Role-playing games without roleplay are kind of incomplete. However, roleplay is a skill. So that means two things. First, since role-playing is a skill, it means that you can improve this. Regardless of your natural talent or lack of it, the more you play TTRPGs, the better you can become at portraying your character and improve your performances. Secondly, some people are innately good at portraying and role-playing a character. Their personalities align with the social requirements in role-playing. It is natural for them to speak in accents or to change the pitch of their voice to give more life to a character, and they have fun during this performance. But this means that the opposite can be true. Some people have a hard time speaking in voices, changing their personality, and acting in front of their friends. And it is not rare or uncommon to have these two contrasting personalities in the same table. An outgoing, social, talkative, and extroverted individual contrasted with a quieter, reserved, shy, and introverted player. And this is by no means a qualitative comparison. They are both completely fine.
I don't know how to roleplay, I just know how to be me.
And that is completely fine, Skippy. In fact, the reality is that the majority of TTRPG players fall in the second category. Let's be honest, the content that we see from content creators, influencers, YouTubers, and even Critical Role, these are people that do this for a living. This means that they have years and years of experience and they have become professionals at role-playing, which is another way to say most of them are actors or voice actors. So of course, their performances are going to be top-notch, and for the introverts out there, it can be very intimidating to believe or think that the games have to be like this.
And the beliefs and instincts?
Yes, Skippy, but we needed context. Context. So, to reiterate, being an introvert in TTRPGs is not a bad thing. Beliefs and instincts are great to help players understand how their characters may behave, what they like and dislike, and how they may react in certain situations. So, if you're looking to improve your roleplay or become better at it, these are the questions that you should ask yourself. What does my character believe in? What is their main goal? What is something that they would never do? Or something that they would always do? Like I said at the beginning, beliefs and instincts work wonders in games like Mouseguard, Burning Wheel, and Torchbearer because they are ingrained in the mechanics and the rules of the TTRPG. Players are rewarded in-game for remembering what they believe in and acting accordingly, and there are also mechanical in-game rewards every time they react to the trigger that aligns to their instinct. In Mouseguard, for example, you have fate points and persona points, which are resources that the player can use and spend to improve a future role.
In my TTRPG, we have cobble points.
Your game, your rules, Skippy, that sounds fun. Let's see some examples of beliefs and instincts to highlight how they can improve a campaign and how they can help players to come out of their shell. During character creation, the players must write a belief and remember it. This is what will drive their characters' actions and decisions. And for the GM, these beliefs are incredibly useful to come up with situations that will challenge the belief, and the character will be asked to make tough calls. Example belief number 1. Imagine this is what the character writes. My squire is my responsibility and I am his father figure. I must never disappoint him. I will protect him with my life. So as the GM, any attempt to bribe them, to question their morality, or to tempt their greed will be excellent opportunities to make them stand by that belief. And of course, putting that squire in deadly danger will push that player to do the right thing. Example belief number 2. The Duke is a corrupt man. I will do everything I can to get him out of power, even if that means spilling the blood of innocents. So in this case, accomplishing what they want could have unforeseen consequences such as the demise of smaller communities. Will they still proceed as planned? Will they actually spill the blood of innocents to see this man out of power? Example belief number 3. I will ensure that the farming settlements get the favor of the crown. I must meet the royal council and discover what they need from us. So what if the royal council wants you to deliver a hard truth to the farmers? 20% of the farming population will lose their jobs because of the council's decisions. So will they still play the script, or will they confront the council to help the farmers? Example belief number 4. Orcs raided my village when I was young. I don't trust them, and I never will. In fact, I hate them. They can all go to hell. For the GM, this is the easiest one to work with. You have this player meet a friendly orc. This is an orc that was raised in a human community. They know no evil, they have a pure heart. So, to stand by their belief, this player has to distrust the friendly orc, and this will gain them a fate or persona point depending on the system they're playing. One of the best things about this design is that beliefs are not mandatory. You can break them if there's a strong reason to do so and to justify your decision. And of course, there is also a reward for doing so. Using the last of the examples, imagine the orc saves your life, and then an opportunity to repay their kindness presents itself. So now you have to make a tough call. You can let the orc die and stand by your belief, and that will strengthen that aspect of your personality, or you can break your belief and save that orc's life.
Talk about character development.
Exactly, right? Regardless of what you choose, there is no wrong answer. Everyone at the table will remember that moment. And if a belief is broken, you have to erase that one and write a new one. For instance, Orky the orc is now my best friend. I will protect him with my life and stand by his side regardless of the consequences. And now the GM can build on this and challenge that belief in the future. Instincts are easy to come up with. The words always, never, or if are the keywords. For instance, I always protect the weak or I will never back down from a fight are good examples of it. However, my best example for instincts is my beloved character in Mouseguard, Bombur. He carries a shield and he is brave and kind, a proud member of the Mouseguard. But most importantly, he is fat. He's the fattest mouse you can imagine. So the instinct I wrote for this character is, if I see food, I eat it. Pretty straightforward. So naturally, the GM would challenge this instinct and present situations where I have to act accordingly. One time, our job was to transport from point A to point B a whole cart filled with jars of honey. And of course, Bombur ate half of them, or maybe more. And this is where the magic of instincts occurs. The story changes, the situation develops, and we get into trouble, and the player's actions are the cause. And most importantly, everyone at the table gets a clear idea of how these characters behave. So if your instinct is, I always protect the weak, you must act whenever you see a man smacking a young boy for doing the job wrong, you must intervene if you see a random peasant being robbed, and you must certainly take the spotlight whenever the GM describes a figure of authority like a city guard abusing their power to get away with nasty attitudes.
If I see adventurers, I hide.
Exactly, Skippy. Great timing now. Instincts are very easy to roleplay because you just have to respond to a trigger. And like beliefs, they are not mandatory. They can be broken, or better put, ignored. However, if you ignore your instinct over and over, for instance, 2 sessions in a row, you don't respond to the cues that the GM is placing for you to react, that means you have to erase that instinct and write a new one. And this is not a bad thing, it just means that your character is not really like that. That doesn't trigger him. The instinct that you wrote does not align with their real personality. And now you can think of something that actually makes their gears turn within their soul and heart, and that will actually trigger a reaction every time a certain situation happens. So now imagine a table with 4 to 5 players. They all have beliefs and instincts that the GM can use as fuel for storytelling. The GM will create situations to challenge these beliefs and instincts. And every time this happens, a player or the players have to make choices. Choices that help the campaign go forward and perhaps become pivotal moments in their character development. This is always positive. In case this wasn't clear enough, let's make this more fun and interesting and easy to understand with some examples from famous characters. Samwise Gamgee. I will protect Frodo and help him destroy the ring no matter the cost. He stands by this belief until the end. Anakin Skywalker. I am the best Jedi there is, and I will go to the ultimate consequence to prove it. Personally, I believe that Mace Windu and Yoda should have just accepted him as a Jedi Master. That's all he wanted. Because when they told him, you are part of the council, but we don't grant you the title of Master, they just caused Anakin to strengthen that belief. Batman, I don't kill. And you can say that he probably has left bad guys with life-changing injuries many times, but he doesn't kill. And of course, there are more and more examples like these. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite popular character and what do you think their belief is.
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you.
Now let's see some instincts. Marty McFly. If someone calls me a chicken, I become hostile. We see this happen several times in the movies. Indiana Jones. I never leave my hat behind. This is pretty straightforward and he gets into trouble because he wants to get his hat back. Spider-Man. I always make a joke when facing a dangerous enemy. It's like it's part of his superpowers, it's part of his kit. He never fails to come up with a funny comment. And there are more, just think about the triggers. Something happens, there is a reaction. So like I said before, some systems have mechanical rewards to motivate players to roleplay these beliefs and instincts. And sometimes, if the situation is worth it or demands it or challenging enough, the belief can be broken and there is a reward for that too. So what can you do if you want to include this in Dungeons & Dragons? If someone plays by their belief, you can grant heroic inspiration. If they break that belief, you can have them have a free success, no roll required for a skill check or a saving throw, they just pass. And if they play by their instinct, you can grant them a temporary bonus of +2 to their next attack roll. It doesn't have to be game-changing, it just has to be good enough. What can we do in Shadow Dark RPG? If a player roleplays their belief well, you can give them a +2 to their next attack or spell roll. If they break that belief, you can grant them a luck token. And if they play by their instinct, you grant them a +2 to their next ability check or save. If you notice, these bonuses are not as great as the ones for Dungeons & Dragons, but this system is supposed to be harder or more lethal. But as the GM, you can come up with the rewards that you see fit. And how about if we want to include this in Blades in the Dark or Scum and Villainy? If a player plays by their belief, you can give them a +1 die to one action. If they break a belief, maybe you can give them a free success as if they rolled a 6 in one of their dice for a certain check. And if they play by their instinct, perhaps they can erase 1 point of stress. These are some examples of how you can reward players for role-playing their characters and for making choices that will ultimately change the story, have real consequences, and help them with their character development.
What's your instinct?
If Skippy interrupts me, I won't get mad and reply to what he said so he doesn't get sad.
That's what I thought. You got a fate point.
What? We're not playing
A fate point, I said.
Okay, a fate point it is. Last month, we published a PDF that explains these rules and mechanics about beliefs and instincts. So if you'd like to support this channel and what we do, go grab a copy of that PDF, link below. But you can also like and subscribe and perhaps watch this video twice. I know that Skippy will really appreciate that. Let me know in the comments, what would you do to include beliefs and instincts as a rule in systems like Daggerhard, Morgborg, or Mothership. I will now use the fate point that Skippy granted me to finish this video. I hope that these tips and ideas about beliefs and instincts bring your roleplay to the next level. Or if you're the shy player in your group, that these help you come out of your shell. I hope that role-playing becomes more comfortable for you and that this helps you understand more about your character and that you have more fun playing them. Thank you for watching. My name is Arthur.
And I'm Skippy.
And I'll see you in the next one.